Hey y'all, good Saturday evening. Got to laugh to keep from crying. No, it ain't that bad. Oh, old mower. I was trying to fix. I've got a pulley issue on the main shaft there that is going to be out of my wheelhouse. You know, living on a farm, you got to be pretty handy and be able to make some repairs. That are rich, and so I got to be handy because I'm not the latter. But thought it was going to be a quick fix, but I've hit my limitations on it, and I was on my back underneath there working on it and trying to figure it out and doing a little Googling and doing a little YouTubing, and just to no avail. So I know what to do to fix it. It's to take it to someone that does it for a living and knows it inside and out and how it runs and operates and what we need to do. So we'll get that done. But it really sent me to thinking. I'd been, I don't know that the word's bothered as much as just perplexed, I guess, at things around me here, especially as of late. But notice how many people are, for lack of a better word, fearful, because I guess definition of fear is an emotional response to not having any options, not knowing really what to do, and impending doom coming of some sort. There's a lot of snakes on this old place. There's probably one within 100 foot of me easy. There's a lot of deadly spiders. In fact, I killed a spider sack off the bottom of this mower deck this evening, old black widow. A lot of poisonous weeds out here that if I ate them, I'd probably kill over or get deathly sick. A tree limb could fall on me and strike me dead. I guess an old rabid dog could come up and bite me, or a coyote. You know what? I don't walk around here and think about that stuff. I just don't. What's the need in it? I don't talk about it. I don't run to town and say, man, I live on that 10 acres out there and there's snakes everywhere. I ain't seen them, but I know they're there and they're going to get me. I know it. I just know it. I see it. Because heard a coyote in the woods last night. And, whew, man, I'm just going to stay in the house. I'm not going to go out and farm. I'm not going to live my life. I'm not going to talk about positive stuff. I'm just going to worry about that coyote. It sounds silly, don't it? Because it is. As a Christian, I've got a strong faith in my Maker. And when I hit a bump, like that old mower, but in life, or even crazy, evil times around us, I have to stop and realize I can't fix it. No sense in worrying about it. He told me to trust him. It's easy to trust something when things are smooth and everything around you looks good, but when it gets a little scary, we start wanting to figure it out and talk about it. It's not our job. We don't know how to fix that pulley. So we should instead, in my mind, focus on the positive, right? He even told us in the good book, I believe it was Thessalonians, whatsoever good, holy, pure, just, think on these things. It says in old Timothy that he didn't give us the spirit of fear. I believe that's where it's at. Power of a sound mind. So, I know a lot of people losing their mind over this eclipse. Why? What are you going to do about it? Lord, you could drop dead tomorrow. It's going to come and go, just like so many other things do in our life. And it is what it is. If it's the end of days, well, should be ready because it's a Thursday, not because there's an eclipse coming. Oh, Lord, I got to get off of that. I need to get these goats fed. It saddens me, I guess, that we spend our time focusing on the coyotes and the snakes in the pasture instead of telling people about the pretty flowers and the good vegetables that come out of that ground. I think sometimes we need to stop and think about how we talk about stuff and what we're putting in our mind. Remember a little old nursery rhyme, input, output. The more you put in, that's what's going to come out. So put in the good, put in the light like he told us to, spread the good news, and that's what'll come out, right? I thought about the faith of a little girl. It's a story y'all probably heard or seen, but I still love it. A little girl and her mother went to Walmart shopping for a few things summer afternoon. As they was leaving, heavy rainstorm hit. It was one of them, sure enough, toad strangling gully washers. They were there at the awning at the front of the store waiting to go to their car, and rain was coming down so hard that it was coming off the roof. Hang on. Hey! Hey! Sorry about that. The dogs decided they didn't like Duke. What is wrong with you, sissy? Now? See, never know what's going to happen around here. You're all right, Duke. Now, what is wrong with y'all? Well, you know better than that. They're going to go to timeout this evening. Sorry about the yelling, but you got to get their attention. I think that's what the good Lord needs to do some of us. Oh, anyway, they were sitting there waiting to run to the car. Rain's coming down, and some of y'all have heard this, but I love telling it. They didn't want to go out and get wet. There's a whole throng of people that are just quiet, listening to the rain, kind of aggravated because their day was interrupted. And little girl said, "Mommy, let's run through the rain." She said, "Sweetheart, we don't need to do that. We'll get soaked to the bone and probably get sick. And we'll just wait till it stops." She said, "No, I want to run through the rain." So we can't do it. She said, "Well, that ain't what you said this morning, Mom." Mother got perplexed and quiet, got to thinking about whatever she had said that came across that way the morning. She said, "Sweetheart, I don't remember telling us that we could run through the rain and not get wet, not get sick." She said, "Yeah, this morning when you was talking to Daddy about his cancer, he said if God can get us through this, he can get us through anything." Faith of a child. Mother thought about it, and she said, "You know what, honey, you're right." So laughing and smiling, she took her daughter's hand and a few little bags of groceries, and they ran through the rain, dancing and laughing and absolutely soaked to the bone. The crowd sat there and watched them in utter disbelief and began to grin and laugh and decided they too would get washed in the rain. And all of them ran to their cars, laughing and smiling. Faith of a child, right? Always a beautiful story. But sometimes we need to do that. There's rain all around us, you know, but put your trust in him. Yeah, he'll get us through it. Always will. But these old goats, they are wanting some pellets. I'm disappointed in y'all now. We was telling a story, and you're going to try to eat a chicken. I don't know what she was doing. She ain't never done that. Dukes, that old rooster don't know what to do. Poor buddy. You're all right, man. Girl, we're going to have a long talk after this video. She's like, "No, don't turn it off. Y'all stay with me. I'm going to be in trouble." Oh, goodness. Like the little boy sitting in church. And actually, it's kind of a personal story. It wasn't me, but I know who it was. But anyway, he got in trouble in church, and his mama yanked him up, and he was headed to the bathroom to have an attitude adjustment. And he hollered out in the church. He said, "Pray, church, pray." He knew what was coming. Oh, man. It's been a little cloudy day today. Hey, buddy. They're not going to get you, I promise. Good thing he ain't a hen. He wouldn't lay an egg for 3 years. Oh, y'all, that's enough. Y'all go on. Now, go on. You've done enough there. Well, y'all got to look at the subscriber stuff here today. That's normally what happens when I'm out here strolling on the subscriber feed. But I'm not going to chance going in there this evening because Soul Signal will pop off on me. I will go out here and show you all the baby goats. Waylon's learning some bad habits. Sorry about the darkness. Hang on. Hope ain't no big old snake in here waiting on me. Look at that. I didn't even worry about it. Just kept walking, didn't I? Imagine that. I got a new hat on. Of course, normally wearing the Lone Star. My good buddy and friend, Stephen Jeffries, has a small business there in Lufkin. I'm actually going to use him. He's not paying me a lick to wear this, just a free hat, so full disclosure there. But he raises goats as well. In fact, we talked earlier today. The little babies coming up bow-legged, the ones I'm feeding. And so through some research there, got a little vitamin deficiency I'm going to have to address, but he had a couple of solutions we're going to try. So I believe y'all ready to go in. Them other goats don't want nothing to do with y'all, do they? Huh? They've been out here all day, but they're doing fine. They're healthy. Just bow-legged like an Oklahoma cowboy, like they've been riding the horse for a year. Let's see if y'all can tell. It's cute, but we got to fix it. But, yeah, I know. Poor little old bones ain't developing right. There's no replacement for a mama's milk, that's for sure. And that old milk replacer just ain't doing the trick, other than keeping them alive, as Steven said. But yeah, if y'all are in the Lufkin Nacogdoches area, I'm doing some spring cleaning. I'll go ahead and put a shameless plug for him. He's a good man, good family man and farmer. And he's got a mobile dump service where he'll bring one of those big roll-away dumpsters to your place and leave it for a week. You fill it up with whatever, and he'll take it off for you for a fee. So, pretty good deal. And I've got plenty. I could probably use all the dumpsters he has, but he's going to do that soon. If you're not in this area, help him out on his little Facebook page there. I think it's A Mobile Dump. I'll probably put in the comments. That way, make him smile and get a little bit of action, and wouldn't hurt to say hello to him. But he's a good friend. Usually see him about once a week. Won't be seeing him today. We got too much to do around here. But whatever. What else we got going on? Baby chickens in the back are good. They've integrated to the backyard now, to the main coop. Well, part of the main coop. They're kind of sequestered in the back. But they're growing fine, fully feathered, looking good. So that's the good news. We've got one more tilling on our garden coming up. We're putting in some pinto beans this next week. Potatoes are about to pop through the ground. And then we'll get down to the serious business. Probably Wednesday or Thursday this week, we'll put in the tomato and pepper plants I've got ready to go in the yard, or in the house. And put the corn in. We'll be full-fledged gardening probably by the end of next week. But got to get that little old lawn tractor over to a place to get that thing fixed up, you know. I heard another one made me smile and reminded me of probably something my little old mother would have done, and I think we all would for our kids. Speaking of which, Jordan's doing good in Alabama. He had a couple of health issues this week. He's on the other side of them now, but of course he's got type 1, and that can lend some challenges. I just had a challenging week, so y'all whisper a little prayer for him. That'd be a good thing. But he's fine. Just wasn't looking real healthy on Wednesday and Thursday. Had to do a little ICU visit and get that regulated out. But good things are ahead there. He's out of the woods now. There's a story in Nepal where the old tribes back in the day used to war with each other. There were some up in the mountains and some down in the lowlands, and they was always going at it for one reason or another. Well, the mountain tribe raided the lowland village one evening, late, unexpected, really tore them up, stole one of the babies from the village, and went back to their hiding place up in the high mountains. Well, the chief called his best warriors together, about a half a dozen of them. He said, "We got to get that baby back. We're not going to stand for this. So y'all go back to that village up in the mountains and retrieve that little baby, get him back home." So the warriors painted up, ready to go to war, and started out toward that mountain village. Could not find a path that they could traverse to get there. think it was a week. They went back and forth, up and down. Either side just could not get where they needed to be. They were just about to give up when they looked off in the distance, and there come a woman dressed in their own tribe uniform, and it perplexed them. As she got closer, they saw she was holding a little baby. She got near enough to talk to her, and they recognized her as from their own village. And they asked her, said, "My goodness, we've been working a week trying to find a way to get to that village to get the baby back." She said, "How did you do it?" She looked at him. She said, "Because it's my baby." Isn't that something? When it's yours, you're going to find a way to get there, ain't you? That's right. The motivation was a little bit different for them. Let me do a quick roll call if y'all still watching. Hadn't lost all of you from yelling at the poor dogs. Y'all sound off where you're at, and we'll say a howdy. It's always good to see folks scattered far and wide, and checking in and saying howdy. I will say a very blessed Easter to all of you. I'll be going over to Lufkin and being with my family tomorrow, celebrating our risen Lord. And I might even take them a couple of goats over there. They might could use a couple, huh? Or one of these dogs. No, that's just odd behavior. I hadn't seen that before. Let me roll through here. I'm not at the old well today. We'll stand in the goat pen and do it. Let's see. Let me roll back here. All right. Getting low light here. Let's see. Charlotte, there we go. Received your notification. I'll be glad when the eclipse is over. Well, Foot, there'll be something else right behind it. Pine trees will be probably growing wrong or something. Humans are funny. Judy says, "Love your stories. Thank you." There's Miss Lisa. Happy Easter weekend. Thank you. Back to you. Mr. Kenneth, remember running in the rain. That's still fun today. Mom always told us we weren't sugar with milk. That's right. Salt just lumps, don't it, Kenneth? Oh, there's Miss Heidi checking in from North Nacogdoches. Happy Easter. Thank you for that. I did. Well, it was a working weekend. That's all right. So my gift was life. That's good enough. And we're always blessed to see another birthday, aren't we? Stephen, I see what you're talking about with the goats. Thanks for the plug. Oh, yes, sir. That's my buddy Stephen there. Y'all run over there and like his page. Stephen, if you want to tag it, and you may not be able to. If you don't, I will. But won't hurt a bit for y'all to go over there and like. It ain't going to hurt you none. You're on Facebook anyway, right? 10 Commandments are on TV. Well, all right. That's a good one. Thanks for the prayers for Jordan there. Blessed Easter to you and yours. Mike, my buddy out in California. Good to see you on, man. There's Miss Stephanie. Like how the animals are so vocal today. Thanks for all the stories. Have a wonderful day. Well, thank you, Stephanie. The goats are vocal because they was hungry. They wasn't satisfied with the that rooster's going at it again. I got to go see what they're doing to him now. But I don't know what the deal was with that. That's just odd. Cisco, Texas. Yep. Thank you, Lisa. Barbara's checking in from Midlothian. Oh, he's good. He's in his goat pen, so they can't get to him. He just lost. Just hollering. Maybe he saw one of them coyotes. I guess he'd have something to holler out, wouldn't he? Thank you, Kenneth, for that. Gail saying Happy Easter. Thank you. All right. I think that got everybody. Well, as y'all can see, I got a train wreck going on here. So let me get this done. I may have to show some of the shenanigans that are about to happen to the subscribers after this. Come on, buddy. Poor guy. He's like, I do not know what is going on. I was all king of the roost, and then them dogs got me. Come on. It's all right. It's all right, buddy. They're not in here. It's all right. You're all right. It's okay, buddy. Poor dude. It's all right. Come on, let's go get in there with you ladies. All right? Follow me. All right, let me get off here, y'all. Have a good evening. Be the light. Talk to you later.